Welcome to Grand Valley State University Physician Assistant Studies program. Grand Valley State's PA program is located on what we call the Medical Mile in downtown Grand Rapids. Grand Valley's PA program started in 1995, and so our first graduating class was in 1998. Our program started with a cohort smaller than 30, and in 2012 we were afforded a HRSA grant in which we were able to expand the program to 48 students. And at that time, instead of adding more students to the 48, we essentially split the class, 36 in Grand Rapids and 12 students at the Traverse City location.
I searched for schools based on what their mission statement was and what they thought was an important quality. Out of all the schools that I looked at, this particular campus was focused on providing rural access to healthcare providers. That's their whole goal. These communities are ubiquitous across our country, so finding a program that would help me serve them best was key to me.
So we decided, how are we going to actually fulfill that mission? And really what it came down to is we need to then take the program to where the need is at. And so that was the impetus behind the Traverse City campus.
Grand Valley State University opening this Traverse City campus has been monumental to expanding healthcare in northern Michigan. My grandma lives in Sault Ste. Marie and she has to drive sometimes 3 hours to Marquette to see a provider, and we're hoping to make more providers available to people like that.
Our program has made quite a bit of an impact. We got 70% of our graduates that are throughout kind of the northern Michigan and rural underserved communities. We have students that are all the way up in Houghton, Michigan, making an impact. We have a couple of students that are actually working through some of the tribal communities up there as well. The intent and the hope was that students that come here and graduate from here will want to go out and practice in those same communities and try and address some of those healthcare disparities that are out there.
Leadership has always been something that I am very passionate about, and Grand Valley's PA program goes above and beyond to provide its students opportunities for leadership growth. Specifically, here we have the Richard Paul Clodfelter Student Organization. We have lots of opportunities within that, including 18 executive board positions where students can take a leadership position. In volunteering, fundraising, we have a DEIJ committee that students can get involved with. We also have admissions committees.
The type of student that I think we fit best with, we really are looking for students that fit our culture and that will form their own culture. I talk a lot to students, prospective students, about what I think is unique about our program, and I think the student culture is unique, and I'd love to take responsibility for that. But I don't think we do too much to actually make that culture. It's just student-driven. It is a self-perpetuating thing. I think that is the most satisfying thing about this program.
Our ITV system we acquired when we started this program through a grant, and it is a seamless system that allows us to communicate real-time back and forth with Grand Rapids and Traverse City. I can lecture here and the Grand Rapids students can hear down there. They can ask me questions real-time. We have microphones set up so that they don't have to come up to a podium or anything, and then vice versa. Faculty in Grand Rapids can do the same thing.
What I love about Grand Valley's PA program is I feel that from day one they've really trained us to focus on aiming for patient-centered care. And this is something that I feel is very important, as it's easy to get wrapped up in the details of studying and being in the classroom, and it helps me to just keep my head on straight and keep a bigger goal in mind for remembering why I started this process in the first place, and that the goal really is to help patients in the future.
The preceptors here are passionate about what they do. They're passionate about oral health. So our students, when they go out on their clinical rotations, they get a little bit of a diverse viewpoint. They are able to see not just how are you going to care for this patient, but what can you do differently to help this patient afford the medication? Or what can you do differently for this patient that just drove 3 hours to come see you?
I think the hopes that I have for our program in the future are to continue to evolve with what we do as a society. We try and look at the trends and adjust to whatever those trends are, to be up and current on the newest technologies, the newest trends in medicine, all while making sure that it's all evidence-based. My hope would be that we don't lose that passion, and that we continue to educate our students to the top of their license, so that way when they're ready they can go out there and they can be confident when they practice and make a difference in people's lives.
Grand Valley State University's PA program recognizes and acknowledges the wonderful work the Physician Assistant Education Association has done and congratulates the organization for 50 wonderful years of PA education.